London is a good town. London is a good town. That was going to be my last song. But I'm going to sing another song. I've had a phenomenal time in town this week. I had a lot of memories pop up for me now that my beard is white. I got a lot of stuff in the hard drive, you know what I mean? So I remembered this week a very fortuitous time. It was 2002, and I came to London for the first time ever. And I was a poet, right? I read poetry, you know, like that sick ass poem I read before. That's all I did, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't sing. I didn't understand how to play guitar, and I couldn't carry a tune. It was unnatural. I didn't know how to. I played punk rock in the '90s. I played a heavy guitar. It was like you could kind of suck back then and be cool. You know what I mean? But I couldn't really sing. But I could write poetry. You know, I could write rhymes and stuff. So I was just a dirt bag, right, from the woods, you know what I mean? And my family was fucking poor as shit, you know what I mean? Like, there were 7 kids, and I was the oldest kid, and we lived in the woods, and my mom was on food stamps. I guess you gotta say the dole, but you know what I mean? And so when I was a teenager, I listened to Jimi Hendrix, and I listened to The Doors, and I listened to Pink Floyd. And one time I was at this old hippie's house, and he had like a laser disc. And so what a laser disc is for millennials, it was like a really high-tech fucking movie you could watch that was like way more awesome than a VHS. It's like there was no such thing as a DVD, which is actually, nobody even knows what that is anymore. But it you know, it shifts, right? Things change, right? We're streaming, it's cool. We watched a laser disc. It was Pink Floyd live in Pompeii. I was 15, and the old hippie was a machinist. So he was like, he worked with metal, so he made a bomb. He made his own bomb out of metal. And we used to smoke some Mexican weed out of it. And one day he was like, you gotta watch this, Pink Floyd, live in Pompeii. These motherfuckers had a song called Careful with That Axe, Eugene. I was like, whoa. That is cool. So I watched the movie, blew my mind. I went home, my mom said, did you get a job? And I was like, nah. I'm gonna be a rock star. Like these guys, Pink Floyd, they played in an ancient arena to nobody. And I was like, that's cool. That's what made me want to do music, that movie. You know what I mean? That and Jimi Hendrix, you know, where we grew up, we grew up in Woodstock, so Jimmy used to live there, and he practiced the Star Spangled Banner in the old church in our town the day before he went to Woodstock, and he changed the world with that tune. You know what I mean? Anyway, the first time I ever came to London, 2002, I was like a really poor kid, and I would come down on the train. It would cost $17.50 to get $17.50 to get down to the city, and I would come down, and every Wednesday night was an open poetry night in New York City at the New Eureka Poets Cafe. So I would read my poems, and they were really fucking weird and dark. And these Jamaican guys were like, "Yo, man, you're white, but you're cool." And I was like, "All right." They were like, "You want to come to London?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, man. That's where Pink Floyd is from." So I came and I read poetry on this pirate radio station, and I'll never forget walking down the street, and I heard, I was like, wow, this is where Pink Floyd is from, man. And I could feel that feeling. I could hear that music, you know. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pale? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze, cold comfort for change? Did you exchange a walk-home part in the war for a lead role in a cave? I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fears. I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fears. I wish you were here. Here in an old nightgown, with your black hair falling down. Here in a pale nightgown, with nobody else around.